Well, hey everyone, I'm Brandon Bonifray and welcome back. I know it's been a little bit since we did a video, but guys, the last few months have been incredible for the digital planning community. We've been working endlessly to put together what I really think is going to be the staple for you as a professional. This page that we're going to review today is something that is going to help you not only grow your career, build your business, or expand the organization you're a part of. For the last few years, as we developed this planning system, this is the tool that I wanted to roll out to the community, but for so long, I knew there was so many other things that we needed to do before we achieved this moment, and we've been able to do that. We developed a full planner that helps you utilize your daily goals, understand your vision for the year, and set priorities each quarter to help you reach your objectives. And now we are going to show you the Professional Builder. This one page is going to change the way you look at not only digital planning, but planning in your career, your business, and your organization. It's going to help you frame up the vision for the next few years, understand the challenges that you're facing, give you the importance of what is most important to your organization, business, or yourself. Those resources are going to be what drives you forward. It's also going to help you set absolute goals. One thing that really challenges most of us is we don't understand what is our bare minimum, what we have to achieve before we reach to the next level. Guys, today I am super excited to show you this new program that we are introducing across our business series. So if you're a user, awesome. And if you're not, guys, take out a piece of paper and sketch out these ideas and go through this with me. You're going to love it. All right, let's dive right into it. The Professional Planner is something that I've been building over the last few years. I've had a chance to use it over the last year, and it's made a heck of a difference. COVID or no COVID, it has been something that's been with me each and every day. Through each quarter I've reviewed this. I went through the process of understanding what it was I wanted to achieve, and I've actually even taken the time to duplicate this page for my own self, each of the organizations I'm a part of, and the business that I'm trying to grow. So first and foremost, this is what it looks like. Today we're going to demo it on a Surface Pro, but with OneNote you can use this across many different devices: iPad, Samsung Note, Samsung Tab. And we're also going to be able to make this available across GoodNotes, NoteShelf, and any other PDF notation. So if you're a big fan of those apps, including NoteShelf, Nobility, GoodNotes, we're going to have that available as well in our business series. But when you look at it first and foremost, I want to zoom in at this first part right here. It's called your vision. This is the drawing area where you really take a few minutes and you think about what it is that you want for your year and the next few years to come. Now we have the vision board that's designed in the planner to help you understand what you want to accomplish this year and help you indicate where in the year you want to make some milestone achievements with that vision. This is a broader scope. This is really talking about some of the big ideas you have, some of the things you want to execute, new products or services that you want to expand on. This is where you put that. And then over here is an area that we call key boulders. This is a space where you're going to indicate the challenges you face at this time. Each of us have challenges. We're going to have challenges moving forward, and as we overcome some challenges that we're facing today, we're going to have new challenges in the future. But these are the challenges that we need to understand, grab a hold of, and understand what we need to do and how we need to overcome those to achieve what it is that we want to do in that vision. So this right here foremost is the things that's kind of holding you back, the things that you need to take on as a leader in your organization or business or someone in your own life. So these could be personal challenges. They could be challenges in your business or organization. They could be challenges with your finances, your marketing, your product development, your communications. Please indicate this in this section. It's really going to help you uncover what it is that you need to do to achieve success. From here, we want to talk about key resources. These are resources that you currently have available to yourself that you can use to overcome not only these challenges that you face, but also help you share and grow on that vision that you have. This can be anything from staff to tools to partners to vendors to other agencies, and maybe it's even friends and family, support groups. Whatever the nature is, these are key resources that you have. And there may be even things that help set you aside from your competition or those that are working around you if you're looking to be someone that grows professionally in your organization. Now, one thing I want to talk about with this planner and with all of our planners, you have the ability not only to handwrite in them, but you can also type in them. And you can see the illustration here. These core values are essentially your fundamental beliefs. No matter what happens throughout the course of the next few years as you reach towards these visions, these are the things that you're going to hold tried and true to. And it's important to identify those because you start to look at your objectives and understanding your challenges and know how you utilize your resources. It's interesting for a lot of people to understand where their values fit in sequence and how they might go about their plan being true to themselves and the fundamental beliefs they have for their organization or business. Key vitals. Now, I've been with a lot of different businesses. I've helped grow a lot of different individuals over the last few years and previous years in my own organizations. And vitals are those measurements. Those are the things that we as a leader, us as an individual, we reflect on. And for me, in my organization, if it's in a print shop, textile business, in a marketing communications organization that we operate, I have different vitals. But they are the things, the instruments, the tools that I use to know if I'm on track. It could be your balance sheet, it could be your cash flow, it could be your work in progress, it could be the number of new orders coming in, the number of estimates going out. It's a series of checkpoints, just like you have vitals for your own health. These are the vitals that are going to help you know if your organization, business, and yourself is on track and you're making sense of what it is that you're doing. Jumping down to the bottom of this page, you're going to see an area called 10-year target and absolute. When I look at the 10-year target, this is a bigger picture. This for me is kind of like I have a dream and this is what I want to achieve. And this is where you take the opportunity to kind of think big and put that in perspective a little bit. It's also something that kind of helps you as you move into the next page. It helps you understand, do my 1, 2, and 3 year goals really align with the big picture? So many times in my life, I've had some big ideas, and then when I broke it down into what I can accomplish in the next 3 years, I really thought to myself, am I putting enough effort in? Am I going to be able to accelerate this to a point that I can achieve my long-term goals? And usually what it's meant for me is I had to do one of two things. I either need to scale back my initial vision of my 10-year goals, or I need to ramp up my plans for the next 3 years and really get those things working for me so I could help achieve that long-term target. Absolutes. I've always said to every organization, every business partner I've been a part of, your strongest asset is your exit strategy. No matter what we're doing, we always need to have some type of exit strategy. And when it comes to building your profession, it's important to know what your absolutes are. This is the area where basically at the end of the day, you have to achieve this. This is the bare minimum. Anything below this line is failing, and it's a good indicator for you to know if you as an individual, your organization, or business is really taking ownership of the goals that you have currently for yourself. And it gives you that solitude to make tough decisions when you need to. But it also is a way to help motivate you, because as you overcome this, you start to gain traction on those long-term plans. Now we'll jump over to the next side of the page of this professional planner. What I want you guys to understand is this whole worksheet really should be something maybe takes you 15 minutes to a half hour, and then it might be something you go back a series of times and scribble out some of the ideas and jot in new ones to really own this sheet before you embark on the rest of the planning system. This is something that we're going to update every year. It might be something that you update more frequently, but we want to be consistent with our 2-3 year goals as a long-term planner. As we move to the next sheet, I want you to start with accountable actions. This is your core responsibility, or the responsibility of the core team or committee that is going to be executing this strategy. In this case, I put down that my accountables are staying focused on my staff, focus on marketing, and managing growth within my cash flow means. That is so important as me as an individual to achieve the things that I have planned out ahead of us. Essentially, from those accountable actions, you move it into a pattern or a process. Guys, I've talked a lot about daily routines and the ideal week. And if you haven't had a chance to check out the ideal week, go ahead, jump up and look at that here at some point. It'll also be in the description. But the ideal week is that framework of routine. And we know from routine, we're going to gain traction. We're going to build better habits. And with having a solid process, you're able to institute those core responsibilities that you just labeled for yourself into a routine. And you can also name the process in which you're going to go about doing it. So it might be something you do daily, weekly, monthly, or something that the team is going to be accountable for as you move forward. Next, we get into our goals. When it comes to identifying our goals this year, the next year, and beyond, it's important to understand how these goals align with your vision and, like I said previously, put you in the right frame or the right track to reaching that 10-year goal. You'll see it in this, we identify 3 key goals that we want to achieve. These goals are going to be the basis of what you work for each and every day over the next year for yourself, your business, or your organization. These are the things that are really going to give you a smile on your face and excite your team as you do this. As we move forward, I've seen a lot of organizations over the years where they start to achieve their goals. They start to see fresh sales. They start to see clients either invest more in their organization or new clients coming on board. And there's this entrepreneurial siege where kind of like they just kind of blow up internally, or like we've grown too fast or we've grown without our means. And a lot of times that isn't necessarily a fault of yourself. It's really a failure to understand how your organization and business is going to adapt to achieving success. So as we reach these goals, we need to understand how they're going to impact the business. So indicate if we have 10% growth in sales, 20% growth in sales, if we bring on a new product or a new service line, or we expand or merge with another company, or we achieve a personal goal where we graduate from college, or we start to understand that we have a new family member entering our household, there's going to be some impacts. And it's very important to identify what those impacts might be and how they might look by you achieving those goals. And then sliding over to here, what is going to be your reaction? What adaptation are you going to make? We look at wildlife and we know the strongest and the boldest out there are the animals that have adapted over time and become stronger in life. And this is no different for you. Being able to adapt, being able to physically and mentally say, we need to change this, and this is the process and when we're going to do it. This section, for me, is sort of mind-blowing. Because you start to think about that vision that you have and understand those objectives that you have to overcome and know the tools that you're going to utilize. Know what is the absolute things that you have to achieve. And you start looking at yourself and your team and start to say, this is how we're going to be accountable. This is how we're going to make and build a routine that moves us forward to these goals that we have in front of us. And through those goals, we're going to have some major change, some major impacts to our organization. But this is the section that really gets me excited. Because when you start to have change in your person, in your business, or in your organization, because you're becoming more and more successful, that is downright exciting. And it's something that you should be thrilled about and thrilled to be able to take the moment and say, if this happens and that happens and we achieve this, this is how I'm going to change. This is how we are going to change. And what's so important about understanding this moment is because so many times organizations, they will set a goal, they'll achieve that goal, and the people in that group will say, what's next? And then you start to make change and start to have different influences in the organization, and those individuals just don't have the same ownership. But if you can go to a group, go to individual, go to your spouse, your children, and say, guys, we're going to achieve this. And when we do, this is what's going to happen. And as a result, this is where we're going to go forward. The ownership that they'll have of that next change will be incredible. And it'll feel like you just went to the moon. So guys, that is it. This is the Professional Builder. This planning page, I am absolutely excited. I've been waiting to do this video for months now because I wanted to get ready for the next year. And I know we're only a portion away through this year, but there's never a bad time to start planning for your future and start understanding how you are going to adapt, how your organization is going to adapt, the vision that you have set for yourself, the challenges you're going to face, and what you're going to do to achieve those goals. Guys, if you haven't already learned about our planning system, go ahead, check out the link, check out the description, and learn about the Key2Success planning system. It's been built for entrepreneurs, individuals, businesses, and organizations to maximize your time investment and to get the most out of your daily plan so we can all achieve success together. And if you haven't already, hit the like button, share this video with a friend that you know is either starting a business, growing into a career, or just wanting to raise the bar in the coming year. I invite you to hang on, stay true to yourself as we move forward. I'm Brandon Bonhoeffer, founder and creator of the Key2Success Planner, and I am excited to see you guys in the next one.